All right, Adam, wide receiver. I'm interested in your breakdown of this one.
Yeah.
You got A.J. Brown signed through 2029, so he has some challenges to move there. Devontae Smith, I'm very intrigued about this wide receiver conversation there with Smith because watching Seattle the other day, they've got Jackson Smith and Jigba and not a whole heck of a lot else.
I know.
And yet found a way to get him the ball, 10 times for 153 yards in that game. So would Smith be a guy that the Eagles could say, you know what, if we got rid of Brown, Smith could be the number one guy, and we could build an offense around him. You got Darius Cooper. You've got the free agent is Dotson here. Interesting. They didn't use him all that much at all over his 2 years here. So what do you make of this wide receiver offseason?
So, Mike, look, the reality is the Eagles will be listening to A.J. Brown offers. They could deny it, but other teams think so. Because it's funny, every team that would have interest in A.J. Brown knows about the media reports, his unhappiness. They're going to have to listen. It's just the way it is. I'm not saying they're definitely going to trade him. It could start this week at the Senior Bowl, although Howie may not be there. It could start at the Combine, where that's really where it heats up. That's where the Goddard conversation, that's where we heard it, that they were looking to move Goddard. We'll see what happens with A.J. Brown, Mike. But if they do move him, they don't have his replacement. They don't have an X receiver. Devontae Smith is a smaller frame guy. We know he plays bigger than his listed size, but they would have to find a receiver with size, or preferably with size. But the good thing is, Mike, they've got a lot of draft picks. They could address that. That would become, Mike, their number one need going into the offseason if they did trade A.J. Brown and into the draft is finding his replacement.